Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 13. It is Wednesday, December 21st, 4 days before Christmas, 2022. I want to take this moment to thank my husband Stan for writing and performing my intro song. This has been a labor of love, and I want him to always know that I appreciate all the hard work that he put into that song. I would also like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube video. If you are new, I hope you like what you see, that you will like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. If you are a returning viewer, returning subscriber, I always lose my words when I think of all of you. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to come back. Thank you for all your support and your encouraging words. You mean so much to me. So, what have we got going today? I thought I would sneak in this one more video to keep me on schedule of every 2 weeks, right before Christmas. I know that my head is probably a little scattered with whatever holiday preparations that we do around here. But I thought I've got some things to share, and I would like to do that with you today. So we will start out with, again, as you all know, my youngest daughter is pregnant. She will be delivering hopefully in February of 2023. I'm going to insert a picture here. We had her baby shower. It was hosted by her mother-in-law and sister in the Bay Area. It was a beautiful shower on the 10th of December. And Eva's father's wife is an excellent photographer, and she caught this photograph that I will place here of all three of my daughters, including Eva, who is pregnant. We all felt the baby move for the first time. It obviously wasn't Eva's first time to feel the baby move, but it was ours. And well, the picture says it all. And I'm thankful to Chris for capturing that moment because it's just miraculous, shall we say. So I wanted to show you the progress that I have on her baby blanket that I am crocheting. And we'll get the crochet stuff out of the way. It's obviously growing. You can see there. It's called the Jelly Bean Blanket. And I just, again, I love all the textures. I love the difference in the stitches. I'm going to hide myself and go across here a little bit so you can see more. And again, this is called the Jelly Bean Blanket, and it was designed by, let me get the pattern out so you can see that. It was designed by Debbie Scrooby, and this is the pattern. I got this on Ravelry, and I will put that information in the description box below. So we are all very excited. I hope to have a very exciting picture for my next video in the new year to show you something that Stan did for Eva, but it's a secret. So I'm going to wait just to make sure until after Christmas, and then I'll share that with you. Big news in the cross-stitch world. Well, there's always big news in the cross-stitch world, but one that I have been sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to talk about with all of you is that Penny Tucker, has organized again a fabulous stitch along to honor Brenda of Brenda and the Cereal Starter. She will have her 60th birthday on January 16th. And this is just fabulous. The announcement went out on the 15th of December, but I want to make sure that if any of you haven't heard about it, that I can let you know the information and where to go to find exact information about it. But just for starters, Tanya of the Scarlet House has released a reproduction sampler called Martha Evans. It is gorgeous. I will insert a picture of that here. And this is the sampler that we'll be doing. I think it's also meant to be the sampler of the month for the attic for January. It is charted for 4 types of threads, okay? So there will be a 103, the DMC, MPI, Soitagé. I have seen on Instagram that the magnificent Vicki Clayton has also already made a thread pack for this. So there's lots of options for stitching this. It is Ada friendly. It is cross stitch, so all forms of fabric can be used. The model itself was stitched on 40 count Hemingway, and I have also seen Rachel of Needle and Flax post that she is making sure that she has hand dyed the fabric, and we'll be sending that to our online needle stores so that will be available, as well as the charts will be at most of the online needle stores. You can call and find out exactly which ones. I think Penny does list some of those in one of her posts on Instagram. Let's see, I just want to make sure that I've said everything. Again, I do want to emphasize that going to Penny's post will be the way to get the exact details. The hashtag is Brenda's Big Birthday Sal. I think the plan is to start it on her birthday, but of course, as you know how sales go, you can just do whatever you want to do. And I'm pretty sure from watching Brenda and Laura on Sunday that if Brenda gets her stuff together, she will probably start it before the 16th. So happy birthday in advance, Brenda. It's so exciting, this whole thing, because we'll all be together. Those of us that are going to Sampler Symposium, Brenda plans to be there, and it actually occurs during her birthday. So a good time will be had by all. So I will put all the information in the drop-down box below, but that is for Brenda's 60th birthday stitch along. So I did have, I've been watching a lot of FlossTube. Again, as I talked about last time, I could make a video about the FlossTubes that I watched, but one in particular that I have not shouted out that I wanted to do so because I went back and watched all 5 of her videos is Red Barn Samplers, Rae Niles. She is just sort of a ray of sunlight, and she has a lot of information. She has reproduction charts that she has made available. She has one that she just released that is a freebie, and it is gorgeous, and I would like to do it. And she gives a tech tip, and for iOS devices, so not Android, and I particularly love those. So if you haven't gotten over to Red Barn Samplers to give her a look-see, I encourage you to do so, and I think you will enjoy her very much. Okay, so my previous finishes this time, I want to insert or just show you that I did put a bow on Dancer. So, and look how cute that came out. So Dancer has a bow, and I promised that, and so there it is. And I wanted to let you guys know that I try to keep my promises to all of you. So that is Dancer. And the other previous finishes that I would like to share with you today are 3 stockings that I have made. I will have 6 grandchildren. I have made a stocking for all of them. The 3 older ones that have graduated from college either have those with them or they're in their other homes. And I don't have them to show, nor was I ever taking pictures. Of course, back then we didn't have iPhones where we could store all these things. But, oh, did you see Stan? There was a photo bomb right there. Hi, Stan. So I would like to share those with you today. The first one is actually of my youngest daughter, Eva, who's pregnant. And so this was her stocking. I would love to tell you that I know anything about these, but I kept no information. But, and I didn't finish this one. I know I had this professionally finished because it's got piping on it. This was the background fabric. So this was Eva's. And because we do New Year's Eve and Christmas Day here, the stockings live here. So very, very cute. And then this is my, these 2 are my middle daughter's children. So this is Raja, and that was this is his stocking. I want to say that I finished Raja's stocking myself. Except there is piping on it. That worries me. But I seem to remember doing it. But that was at least 20 years ago, so I don't really remember. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love these. And then little Miss Mira, who is Raj's youngest sister, this was her stocking. And I just don't know anything about it. I wish I did. But anyway, perhaps I could, if you take pictures of these, you can drop them in Google some way. And if you can find out the designer sometimes that way, but I did not get that done before filming because I did want to share these with you. So this is little Mira, and what was particularly sweet about this is that she has, if you remember from any pictures, the Shirley Temple curls, and so that's what drew me to this particular stocking. So those are the 3 cross-stitch stockings that I have here. I know I did one, like I said, for my oldest grandson, Anthony, and the 2 girls, Bailey and Molly, but I don't have them here to show you. But because I've gotten so back into cross-stitching, I would like to make sure that my oldest daughter has a stocking and Allison, and I'd like to do one for my husband. But of course, I will be busy next year, certainly, getting one ready for the new baby to have for their first Christmas. So those are my previous finishes. And let's see, now we will go to new starts. Yeah, I have new starts. So the first one is Love and Joy by Heartstring Stampery. Where is my picture? Okay, and that looks like this. And I am doing this on, let me get, my cards. This is on 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus, and I am using a Mrs. Sadis silk. And oh, I hope that comes across as how gorgeous this is. This was actually, she had the number 49 on it, but it was to match DMC 921. And I got this in the pack that I used to finish Sarcy Girls 2020 Pandemic. This was one of the colors of the flowers. but I'm almost through with this. Probably won't have it fully finished, obviously, for Christmas. But Beth, this is so sweet, and I just love it. But I am particularly enthralled with those colors. I hope you get the idea there. So that is Love and Joy by Heartstring Samplery. Okay, and then, okay, I can not get emotional. I'm going to try. This was a release. It was a freebie from Christina of Whilst Iris Naps, and it is called Myra Dunn 1922, and I will insert a picture of that here. My mother was born in 1922, and this December 12th would have been her 100th birthday. So, okay, I'm just taking some breaths, but I can get through this. Anyway, let me just show you the stitching, because I'm not doing a very good job, am I? So I started this, and I am stitching this on, let's see, this is on 36 count parchment by Weeks Dye Work, and I'm using an unnamed silks for you. It's a lavender purple color. And instead of Myra Dunn, I intend to put Eva Rose, which is her name. And yes, my baby girl is named after my mother, Eva. So that is Myra Dunn by Whilst Iris Naps. Again, thank you, Christina, for this beautiful chart, and I think it'll be a wonderful way to honor my mother. My mother was not the emotional wreck that I am. My mother was a tough old broad, and she taught me to crochet. She taught me embroidery. We took a lot of sewing classes together, and obviously, the older I got, the closer we got. We could sit up all night talking. So you know, you miss them. You miss them when they're gone. And as some of you know, I'm the only one left in my immediate family. And so there's just a lot of times I'd like to pick up a phone and say, "Hi, Mom." But she was great. She raised me good, and so I'm happy to be able to do this little piece for her to honor her 100th year. So, all right, and then my final new start was Holiday Rooster by Julie of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, which is, she designs under Hemlock and Rye. And I do have a picture of that here. It's a PDF. And this is a Sal under hashtag Holiday Rooster Sal. So I encourage any of you that start this to use that hashtag. And as I always say, please tag me when you do post. It's a lovely way to be able to follow along with your progress as well, and I enjoy that very much. She in one of her posts on Instagram, she put up several colorways. This is open to do anyway, and will be lovely in any colors that you might choose. I am doing it on the 37 count Russian tea cake. So this is my second project on this. And I am using the DMC 3051, and I am using the Soie 946. And so that is my progress, my little start. I just started it a couple of days ago. But they're lovely Christmas colors, and I think it will be great fun. And it is stitching up rather quickly. So this is Holiday Rooster by Hemlock and Rye, Julie, Kansas City Girl, and Colorado World, on 37 count Russian TK. I'm quite fond of this fabric. As you will see in a minute, and as you have seen if you followed me for a while, I am also doing the TGA Redwork sampler on this. And so I had previous experience with it, and I really, really love it. So those are my new starts. Okay, then, oh, I actually have some finishes. Now, I have one finish that I will put the picture here, and that is of, I did finish the Stacy Nash Pin Keep. I don't know if yes, the Merry Christmas Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. It is fully finished. I think I showed you the finish, and I've already gifted it to my next door neighbor. So I don't have that. I had stitched that on the 36 count Legacy by Picture This Plus using the Garnet 118 by Forbidden Fiber Company. And again, I will put that picture up to show you what it looked like finished. So my other two finishes are the Little Prairie Schoolers. And the first one is from St. Nicholas. And that is book number 20, and it will be this one right here. I think I had that almost finished when we talked last time, and so that is this one here. I am doing this on a 32 count Murky Lugana with the called for DMC. And I still have a shot at getting these on the tree as ornaments, but it'll just depend on how much cross stitching I do, which is what I love to do. Okay, and then the second one is from a Merry Mini Surprise, and that is book 215. And I did the snowshoer here. And so I will show you that. And he is right here. And what is just lovely about this is I'm just using up these little scraps of fabric. So I love that nothing's going to waste. I'm using the called for DMC. So that's the snowshoer by Prairie Schooler. So, okay, so we did new starts, we did my finishes. I will show you the finish picture of A Merry Christmas Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. So I think that we're ready to go into my whips. So let's see, what do we got here? Well, let's show my my book first. You can see that it is heavily written in with projects that I do every day. I didn't seem to have a lot of real holiday stickers in those books that we all buy from Amazon. So I've been trying to add red things for the holiday spirit. So that is my planner, my book that I use to keep track of all my stitching. So we will start now with my whips, and the first one is Christmas Delivery. That is by Cottage Garden Samplery. Not one that will be finished for this Christmas, but I did get some threads in it since I saw you last. I think I came down more on Santa. Not a whole lot more. And there are dangling threads. Maybe we can move them out of the way just a little bit. There we go. But he's looking cute. I really want to get down to his coat because I love the variation in his coat with the gold, the stuff right here in his So that is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. And that, oh, I'm sorry, is on a 36 count, what I believe to be is a color in cotton. And I'm using the called for DMC. Okay, and then the next little bit of Christmas stitching that I did was on Merry and Bright, also by Cottage Garden Sampling. And I did have the threads out. These are the threads for that, which are really pretty, the red. And this is my progress. This one is on 36 count eucalyptus with the called for overdyed floss. And I worked on this morning, so not only do I have a dangling thread, I have a needle. I will jump right back into that. So that is Merry and Bright by Cottage Garden Sampling. Okay. And then this 2 weeks, I got to where I was having to grab things that weren't Christmas because I missed them. And so if I felt it, I got it. And one of those was M&A 1853 by Needlework Press. I just felt the need to stitch on it. It's red. It's got a Christmas vibe. Let's see, let's do it that way. So that's M&A 1853. And I got a little more progress. I got this, the big green leaf completed. And I started on the big red flower right down here. And this is stitched on 36 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. And I'm using the called for overdyed floss. So this isn't a big sampler, so it's one that could get knocked out. I love Heartland. Isn't that just gorgeous fabric? So I will certainly be able to do something else on this. Okay. So M&A 1853. And then next are my Thursday red sampler days, which, as you know, are Merry 395, which this is the chart. And I am stitching this on 36 count Edinburgh Antique Ivory, and I'm using the Gloriana poinsettia. And then also I'm picking a couple of the alphabets to do in Hollyberry just to make sure that I don't run out of the poinsettia. And this is my progress on that. So as you can see, I got all the way across the last complete row, and now I have started down into a new row. I'm going to get to those motifs if it kills me. But that's Merry 395 by Hands Across the Sea. Well, you know, who's kidding who? If I'm stitching it, it's pretty much my favorite. I just sometimes am just overwhelmed by the choices that we have and the talent of our designing community, at the talent of the stitchers, so that they continually, we inspire each other, I hope. It's a beautiful world. So, and then my second sampler on Red Thursday sampler is the TGA Redwork sampler, which It's not a finish, but oh boy, I am close. I am really close. So I am stitching this on the 37 count Russian tea cake by Legacy. I am using the Swattage 946, which is what I'm also using for the Holiday Rooster, and Swattage 4636. I just had everything fall off my lap. And there's some called for Gentle Arts and DMC as well. I suspect that next Thursday I will, which is tomorrow, if I start getting really close, I may just stitch on this piece tomorrow, and if I think I can finish it. So I'm very excited about that. So excuse me just one second. I'm back. Things slipped off my lap. And I'm not quite sure I showed the chart, but I will. So this is TGA Redwork Sampler by Just Stitching Along. The lovely Krista Grammer. Okay. All right. So that's Thursday's stitches. And it's exciting because when you get close to finishing one, then you wonder, oh, what will I fill its place with? I might for a while work on the Holiday Rooster with, but then I might not. Who knows? But it's just exciting to have the ability to think about it. So, because, as you all know, Miss Sarah Jane is finished, I selected Temperature Butterflies as my 2 threads, 30 minutes a day, because I do want to finish this. My progress on that, I finished the August Butterfly. Boy, it just looks hot, doesn't it? It just looks hot, because those temperatures in that August Butterfly right here, I think 201 were either 95, 99, or above 100 for the entire month. And I have started outlining September. I had to do a little frogging on that, or I might have been a little further along. But this is Temperature Butterflies by Stitching Mama. I am stitching this on 32 count Seraphim Summer Storm using the called for DMC. So that is my new daily thread piece. I continue to work on the sampler for my medical assistant, and that is Welcome to the World by Stitchrovia. I am stitching it on a 20 count Aida using antique white, using the call for DMC, and this one will have lots of threads because I move around on it, but it's coming along. Once I get whirled in, the rest will go pretty quickly because it'll be the writing on the baby's name and birth weight and etc. So that is Welcome to the World by Stitchrovia. And I will put a picture there of what it will look like when it's completely finished. Okay, next piece is Fruits of Plenty, which, as you know, is my focus piece. I try to give it 7 days every month until it is finished. And I have now completed 4 of those days. So I owe myself 3 more days for the month of December. But as you will see, We are so close. So close. I am stitching this on a 36 count ivory even weave using DMC 939 and 932. So I would predict 3 more days. I think we'll finish it. That's what I am hoping for. So that is Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I have enjoyed this very much, and I have really enjoyed all of your support and your encouragement with this piece. And then I just had to get it out. I was watching Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie, and Julie has really made a lot of progress on the Red Deer sampler. And I saw hers, and I had to get it out. And I am so glad that I did. This is the pattern. It's the Red Deer Sampler by GGR. I am stitching this on 36 count 1001 Nights by XU Design. And I'm using the Victoria Clayton silk conversion. And one of the reasons I was so excited that I went ahead and worked on it again, I apologize for the dangling threads. I don't know if you can see how gorgeous, but this is like a deep purple. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Julie has gone all the way across the top and has a lot of the deer, but the deer will start right here. The antlers are right there. So I'm trying to be good and do the border and do the stuff on this page 1 before I jump in and do the deer. But yeah, Red Deer Sampler by GGR. Oh, almost lost another one. So those are my whips. As you know, it's the holidays. Probably not quite the amount of stitching that I normally get done. But I'm pleased with what I've gotten done. So my plans are, well, we'll do haul first. I don't have very much haul, but one piece of haul will sort of lead into my plans. As I said before, I got into the Color and Cotton fabric of the month. And this piece is called Heirloom. I'm in the neutrals. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It's a 36 count. So I'm Heirloom Lace is the exact name of that. And then from Colorado Cross Stitcher, I got When the Leaves Fall. And I know so many people have gone through the pictures in the book, so I won't do that. But what I'm hoping that this will lead into is sort of a brief discussion of what I would like a little bit of 2023 to look like, and that is called Blackbird Design. Because I have so many of their books, and I don't think I really realized the volume of projects that are in these books that are of smalls, larges, and so I'm hoping to make 2023 sort of the year of Blackbird Designs, not exclusively, but so now we've got When the Leaves Fall. I purchased Honeysuckle Manor. And right now I am leaning towards getting the floss pack from Roxy. So she's renamed that. It's Leo and Roxy. Roxy well, I'm blanking. I will put it down below, but you guys know who I'm talking about. But I wanted to give the correct name that she has changed that to. Does have a floss pack from a conversion that Ellen of Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour, now the Maximum Cross Stitch Power designer, she's just putting out some beautiful charts. But she did do a conversion for a couple of the samplers in here, and I'm leaning towards wanting to use those threads for at least 2 of those pieces in here. So I also have Winds of Autumn. I mean, they don't really need words. I have Ooh La La. I have Sewing Club. I am dying. I really do think I have the sewing skills to put something like this together myself. But that's, of course, these are all Blackbird designs. I have Sisters. Sorry, there we go. And then what I think that I plan to do as my Christmas start is because I have all the floss. It would just be picking up something from stash to stitch this on, is Christmas Rose. And I've seen several people, with finishes on that, and it is glorious. So I'm thinking this will be my Christmas start. I also have Bringing in Good Cheer by Blackbird Designs as well. I don't think I have the floss for this one. Along with making it Year of the Blackbird is to get back and do some serious work on Anniversaries of the Heart. I will probably do some type of a whip parade as we get into the new year. But I did show that to those of you that have been with me, and a lot of you know that I got a little intimidated, or intimidated. Let's use the right word, with some of the 1/1. But as I mentioned last time, I have watched the video of Jean Farish Needleworks and her lovely tutorial on 1/1, and I'm sort of invigorated and inspired to go back and tackle that slowly and get moving with that, because the individual blocks don't take much stitching. So it is something that could be finished. I actually started that, I think, last January. And so, maybe I'm already 3 or 4 months ahead of that. So possibly that could be a finish as well. So I know that I will continue to work on my other whips, and the Smith sampler, the Red Deer sampler. I want to finish Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches for my oldest daughter. There is plenty to keep me busy. So that's kind of how I'm looking at the new year. The new year is going to start off with a bang, as I mentioned. January 13th will be a sampler symposium, and so I have a flight and a hotel room, and we're going to meet a few days early with some very good friends, and I'm very excited to just have that time with them to stitch. So what a year this has been for me. I retired. That's big. But I retired, and after a month or so, was fortunate enough to bring all of you into my life. And wow, what a joy that has been. And I can't thank you enough. I can't say enough about it. You all know that you all know the joy that you bring me. You share things with me. You make me laugh. You encourage me. You give me tips, and it is a gift. I think that we have as a community, as FlossTubers, that we get to share this experience, and it is a shared experience. So thank you. I thank all of you, and I hope we continue and continue to grow and go into 2023 and with good things, good health. I hope we have world peace, and I don't mean that tritely. So I do want to reiterate that it is the holiday season, which can be a time of great joy for families and children, but it is also a time that can be very hard. And I just encourage all of us to check in, pick up a phone, say I love you, send a text, I miss you. Let's all keep in touch. Know I'm here, and just an email away or a comment away. I hope you guys know that I will be here for you. So with that, I think I've covered everything on the table. Chester sends lots of hugs. He's doing fine. We're going to have a great Christmas with Chester. And he loves so much all of your well wishes and concerns and prayers, as do Stan and I. So, from our house to yours, I hope that you have a good holiday season, if that's what you celebrate, or however you celebrate, and that we have a joyous new year. So thank you. Again, if you're new, I hope you like what you saw, and I hope you will subscribe and like and ring the bell and do all the things that we do on YouTube. So with that, I will close. This will be the final FlossTube for 2022. So grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love you all. Bye-bye.